going to continue with my birthday special for Frankie. And for this next segment, we're going to play Jeopardy for the PlayStation 3. Let's see how much I can win Frank in this game.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200.
One daily double in this round
in
one
these
of
categories.
these categories.
The Old
Testament.
Testament. From the Latin. Grammy winners. May I have a word with you?
You in quotation marks.
Annual events.
Annual events.
And New York, New York. Player
May I
one,
have a word with
where
you,
do we
200?
start? On February 15th, 1898, it famously sank in Havana Harbor. Player one.
What is the USS Constitution? No.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here is what we wanted. The USS Maine.
USS Maine. Alright, let's try New York, New York.
Player
200.
one. Completed in 1931, this structure required 10 million bricks. A true stairmaster would climb its 1,860 steps. Let's hear it, player one.
What is the Empire State Building?
You're out of the hole.
New York for 400.
Player one, get about it. Now a borough, it was incorporated as a village in 1816 with roughly 4,000 residents.
What is Brooklyn?
Player one? Yep.
New York for 600, please.
Player one. In 1754, King's College was founded in New York City. Today it's known as this Ivy League University. It's player
What is
one.
Columbia?
Right.
New York 800.
Player one. In 1776, after the Battle of this area, the British retook New York City and held the city until the war's end in 1783. Here's the response we were looking for. Long Island.
Long Island. Let's try May I Have a Word with You for 400.
Player one, back to you. It can mean erect, honest and just, or a type of piano. Here's what we were looking for. Upright.
Oh, upright. Oh.
Player
should've known
one,
that.
you pick again.
Annual
please.
events 200.
This president loved oysters, and an annual oyster festival takes place in his hometown, Oyster Bay, Long Island. Yes, player one?
Who is Theodore Roosevelt?
You're right.
May I have a word with you for 6?
Player one, you pick. During pregnancy, this organ expands to more than 20 times its normal size. It's player
What
one.
is the uterus?
You got it.
May I have a word with you for 800?
We reach a raw yellowish brown color or a burnt reddish brown. We're talking about umber.
Umber. And
Player 1, word used on the cover of a dictionary to indicate that it hasn't been reduced from a larger work.
Hello?
Let's hear it, Player 2. Good for you.
This is son.
Player 2, you're in command of the board as we continue, right? This
C.
book says Noah's Ark was 300 cubits in length,
That's no home.
making it about 500 feet long.
No.
Okay, Player 1.
Who's this?
That's right, way to go.
Oh, Stina.
Player 1, you start.
Okay. Ciao.
In 1765, Congress met in New York to protest unfair taxes levied under this act. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is the Stamp Act?
Yes.
And
Player
phone
1.
call, and that prevented me from doing commentary for a little bit. Annual events for
Conceived by store employees, this department store's beloved Thanksgiving Day Parade debuted in New York City in 1924.
What is Macy's?
Okay, Player 1. That's correct. Dolls representing the Emperor and Empress occupy a place of honor during this Asian country's Girls' Festival.
What is China?
Okay, Player 1.
No.
Sorry. Any other takers? The correct response is Japan.
Japan. Well,
Please pick again, Player
alright,
1.
Old Testament for 4.
Jacob and this other twin son of Rebekah even struggled against each other in their mother's womb. Yes, Player
Who
1.
is David? Nope.
Any other takers? Here's the correct response. Esau.
Okay, let's
Select
try
again.
Annual Events 800.
In 2005, during the annual festival named for him, a statue of this Roman god was dedicated in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Here's the response we were looking for. Neptune.
Neptune. Okay, Annual Events
You
1000.
again. Don't miss the pie eating contest at this Northwest States Apple Blossom Festival in Wenatchee. Here's the correct response. Washington.
Washington. Okay.
Player 1.
From the
back to
Latin
you.
for 200.
This type of sphere with a map of the Earth depicted on it has a name from the Latin for sphere. It's Player 1.
What is globe?
Yes.
There we go. From the Latin for 400.
Player 1. This kind of book is quite handy. Its name comes from the Latin for hand. Player 1.
What is manual?
You got it.
From the Latin for 600.
Player 1. Kelly.
A non-structural embellishment at the end of a calligraphic letter is called one of these, from the Latin for flower.
We're talking about flourish.
Flourish.
Player 1.
Let's listen for 600, and the answer there, a daily double.
Answer. The Daily Double.
The only one for this round, and I'm going to
No.
risk
So, what's your wager?
1200.
Okay, here is the clue. In Samuel 28, the prophet Samuel appears to King Saul and predicts his defeat by this group.
Who are the Philistines?
Congratulations,
Yes.
you're still in first, Player 1.
Old Testament 800.
We return. According to the Bible, she was not only Abraham's wife, she was also his half-sister. Here's the correct response. Sarah.
Sarah. Alright, Old Testament for 1,000.
Player 1. Deuteronomy may mean second law, but it's this number book of the Old Testament. Player 1.
What is 5th?
That's correct.
From the Latin for 800.
Player 1. The name of this fin on a shark's back comes from the Latin for back. Let's hear it, player 3.
Ventral? No.
Anyone else
It's
want to hazard a guess
50-50.
on this? Yes, player 1.
What is dorsal?
Yes.
From the Latin for 1,000.
Player 1. Texas A&M's Coastal Engineering Lab studies the coastal type of this, from the Latin for to gnaw. We're talking about erosion.
Erosion. Alright,
Player 1,
Grammy
you
winner's
pick again,
200.
please. 1978, Just the Way You Are. It's player 1.
Who's Billy Joel?
That's right. Way to go.
Grammy winners for 400.
Player 1. 1966, Strangers in the Night. Okay, player 1.
Who's Frank Sinatra?
Good.
600.
Player 1. 1992, Tears in Heaven. Here's what we wanted. Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton. Grammy winners 800.
Player 1. 2010, Need You Now. The correct response is Lady Antebellum.
And the last clue for this round.
Let's have a look at the $1,000 clue. 1973, Killing Me Softly with His Song. Here's the correct response. Roberta Flack.
Roberta Flack. Alright, that does it for the Jeopardy round.
Is going first
I have
in the double
6,600.
Jeopardy round, which starts-
Player 2 is 1,000, and player 3 is -800. Player 3 is going to go first in double Jeopardy.